When I got started in the direct selling industry back in 2012, boy did I fail, miserably. But I'm not here to tell you my sob story. I believe the same winds blow on us all, the winds of problems, struggles, financial hardships, and circumstance. But these are not what define you. Your attitude towards those winds do. Early on, I decided I wasn't going to quit. My attitude had spelled it out. Success or die. Only problem was I'd burned through my warm market, I was burned out on the cold market, and so I did the only other thing I could do. I went online. I spent thousands of dollars buying programs, coaching, and courses, promising me the world. It just hadn't clicked yet. So I turned to a close friend of mine and he showed me the light at the end of the tunnel. He showed me a system that allowed me to automate the invite and exposure process. So anyone I talked to, they were ready with credit card in hand to buy whatever I was selling. Know what that meant for me? Complete and total freedom. The more my business grew, the more free time I had. I see too many leaders in this industry who are preaching the dream and living the nightmare. I didn't get involved in this industry to become a telemarketer, to chase down friends and family, to wear a suit and tie or beg people to join my team. And after applying what I'm about to teach you, I soon became the hunted instead of the hunter. People were chasing me down, adding themselves to my list, and would sometimes even join without talking to me. I finally accomplished building a successful online business, and for the first time since 2012, I have money and freedom to travel where I want, when I want, while my business continues to grow. And over the next several minutes, I'm going to show you step by step what my friend had shown me. So sit back, relax, and let's get started.
I'll be the first step to a brand new sea. All I wanted was more. I'll be the best escape of the in-between. I'll be the first step to a brand new sea. All I wanted was more. I'll be the best escape of the in-between. I'll be the first step to a brand new sea. All I wanted was more.
What's going on, guys? Nick Anderson here, sitting with Paul Ivacoli, and we're excited to be shooting this video for you guys because what we're going to be showing you how to do throughout the course of this entire video is some simple thing that we're doing inside of our business to recruit 1 to 2 people every single day. And the cool part about this is going to allow you to become the hunted instead of the hunter. We're going to show you a simple method that you can use inside of your business with some online marketing to where people are going to be chasing you down instead of you going out there chasing them down. But before we get into that, I'm actually going to be hopping up on the whiteboard in a little bit. But before I do, I just want to give you guys a little background about where we're coming from, because when we got started with this industry back in 2012, we were taught In order to build our business, what we had to do was we had to write down a list of, our 100 closest friends, family members, and prospect them about the company that we were in. We did that. I mean, got the notebook, pen and paper, just writing everyone down that we knew. And what most people do, you guys, is they burn through their warm market very, very quickly. Me and Paul, we burnt through them within our first month. So it was a struggle from there to find more people to talk to. And Paul, it's kind of funny because, I was getting complaints from people on our team that Paul was just relentless. He was literally talking everyone's ear off, just going out there and just like blasting his family members, blasting his friends. So he can just tell you a little bit more about that.
Honestly, you guys, I was the type of person that would walk into a room and everyone would walk out. I mean, family members and friends would dread getting a phone call from me or a text because they already knew that I was just going to pitch them on my product, my opportunity, my business. So a lot of people, they get out there, and I see some people on Facebook make this mistake a lot. They get out there and just spam their link over and over and over, and I'm like, dude, you're still, after 2 years of being in network marketing, you're still spamming your link, you're still getting maybe 3 likes a post, you're not getting any real results. Don't you think you want to change something up there? So I was that kid, but I think I learned from my mistakes, because I had an experience where I was at a party, a little friend's party of mine, and I had a kid that I was acquaintances with, not too close by any means, but we were sitting down at a table, I remember one night, everything's going on around us, and I was sitting there just talking his ear off left and right about how network marketing is the best, about why jobs suck, and it was just, I don't know, man, I looked like a fool. And if you would have looked back at me then, you'd have been like, wow, this kid really, really did push people away. Because I did push a lot of people away, but I was just so excited. I was so fired up. I didn't care who knew, but I wasn't doing it right. So about 45 minutes into just spitting straight into his ear, he stopped me, looked me dead in the eye and said, Paul, you're not a bad guy, but you seem a little bit desperate. And he just walked away. He walked away completely, and that alone, I was a little bit devastated. I walked away from that, and I remember sitting in the other room where it was a little bit more quiet, and I thought to myself, wow, did I really push him away that hard? What I say wrong? What am I doing wrong? My entire warm market is gone. I burnt through that entire warm market. What am I gonna do now? So I was really looking for answers. So, I started to watch some videos, and a lot of us watch videos on how to cold prospect, how to get into the cold market. A lot of network marketers, especially the successful ones, they'll tell you the fortune is made in the cold market. And I believe that's the truth. But, when you're out there, physically building a list, a lot of them will tell you go and get 2 leads a day, or go and talk to 2 new people, or get this tool, that my CD that I made for you guys on this team, get 2 of these out a day and you'll be successful. But I started to do the numbers and do the math, and that's not what they did to become successful. They just tell you that because it's duplicatable, because everyone on the team, it's simple and they can do it. Doesn't mean it's going to make a large success out of you. Most of us stay in network marketing because we want to be large successes. We don't want to just be average, mediocre, get on by getting our auto shipment paid. A lot of the times we can't even afford our auto shipment when we get started, right? So the next thing you do is look into the cold market, and you start to learn things like, you go through a drive-through or a Walmart, or you're wandering around Walmart, looking at the next person saying, you seem like a sharp person. You keep your business options open to making more money if it doesn't interfere with what you're doing right now. It just sounds so corny and cheesy that people don't fall for it. I mean, people aren't that dumb anymore. So, you get rejected. Now, here's the point where you're like, well, I just, that just doesn't, I burnt through that. I'm burnt out on cold marketing. I'm burnt out on cold prospecting. I'm burnt out, I've burnt through my warm market. What do I do? So this is the point where you're like, you're either going to keep going or you're going to quit. Luckily we decided to keep going. A lot of people quit at this point because they're like, there's just too much rejection. It just doesn't work. It's one of those things, those home meetings, those home parties, right? So long story short, you decide, well, since I'm not going to quit, what do I need to do? And it was funny because, I was talking to Nick the other day. I was like, what did you do for your whole cold prospecting deal? And he told me, dude, I got business cards. So he's got some funny stories there.
Yeah, and I actually had a conversation with my upline. I said, well, listen, man, I burnt through everyone I know. All my family members are saying it's too good to be true. It's a pyramid scheme. It won't work for you. So where do I find more people to talk to? So he said, go grab some business cards. So I went on the corporate website, bought about 1,000 business cards. And what I did, you guys, was pretty ridiculous. I started wandering around, going through Walmart, like dragging people in my downline with me to go prospect people in the stores, drive-throughs like McDonald's, Burger King. And actually, I remember the very first time I went cold prospecting, I went to the dollar store. Now, I was going there because I didn't need anything. I was going there because I wanted to practice my prospecting. So I walked into the store and there was one employee there. and it was this little old lady. She looked like she was about 80 or 90 years old. So I was just walking through the aisles, pretty nervous. My hands were sweating. I was just rehearsing what I was gonna say to her, and I just wanted to buy something so it didn't look awkward. So I just looked on the shelf and grabbed a box of Milk Duds, you guys, walked to the front counter and started talking to her, you know, asking how her day was going. And I asked her, you know, just like Paul says, well, cool, you know, I have something for you, a great opportunity, probably the worst thing that you could say right there, and say, if I could show you a way that you can make money and it wouldn't interfere with what you're doing here, you know, would you be open to it? And her response, you guys, I will never forget this. She said, oh, does it involve any of those home party things? And I didn't know what to say to that. That kind of caught me off guard. So I was just like, oh, well, not if you don't want to. I mean, you can do it other ways. And her response, she just said, no thanks, I'll pass. And just like completely got negative towards me. I was like, oh, okay. And it kind of crushed my ego a little bit, you guys, because, you know, I was expecting her to have a positive response, like, oh, what is it? And then me pull out one of my business cards and just slip it into her hand or something, but it didn't go that way. And over the next couple months, I was just going out there, cold prospecting everyone that I can find at gas stations and stuff, and I was getting rejected probably harder than I did from people in my warm market. So it got to the point where I was so frustrated because it wasn't working for me. I thought it was, and I was like, what do I need to do? I need to find another way to build my business, because if this isn't working, you know, I'm either gonna quit or I'm gonna keep going. And just like Paul talks about, you know, we talk about in this industry, you gotta find another way to do it. You know, you gotta be resourceful. Just like Tony Robbins talks about, the best resource you have is resourcefulness. And most people, they start going online and they start investing in a bunch of different programs and everything. And you know, that's what I did, invested like over $20,000 over the course of a couple of years, you guys, just spending money on a bunch of stupid stuff, you know, a bunch of gurus promising me the world, saying this push button system, success overnight, and you know, some information we're going to teach you guys throughout this video is just to kind of help you cut through the learning curve that we've had to go through over the past couple of years to help you achieve the type of success that you deserve inside of your business.
Exactly, guys. So here's the recap. All right, you go to your warm market, you burn, you know, you burn that out completely. You burn your warm market out. All right, you go to the cold market. You're burnt out on the cold market. So you turn to, you know, this whole online market. Like, maybe I want to do some online marketing. Maybe I'll do some social media marketing. And what's cool is we'll teach you guys how to do some social media marketing and how to take that and honestly leverage it to the point where people are hunting you down as opposed to you hunting them down. They're adding themselves to your list as opposed to you adding them to your list, and you know, they don't even want to be there. Okay, so like Nick was saying, you know, there's so many gurus out there that'll promise you the world. They'll tell you they have that secret sauce, and you know, it's funny because we've been there, we've done that. We know exactly how it feels to be going, you know, paying, you know, $1,000 here, $500 there, even $20 for a course, when you're like, I thought this was the secret, and I'm trying it, but it's just not working for me. And chances are, if you've made it this far, okay, it's not that you need more information. See, I think as a generation, we're drowning in information. It's, you know, the people that are alive right now, there's so much information that it's almost overwhelming. We don't know exactly what to do with it. Okay, so it's not a question of, you know, what more do I need right now? You probably have everything you need to, you know, make a substantial amount more money than you already make. It's about how much, you know, what direction should I take and what action should I take in that direction. That's really what needs to be going on here. So, long story short, we're not, you know, a couple of dudes promising you the world. We're not telling you, you know, this is gonna absolutely work for you. We're just gonna simply show you what worked for us and how this can honestly work for you in your business. Now, let me break this down, all right? What we're telling you here is that you can recruit 1 to 2 people a day using an online marketing funnel. Now, for most of you guys, you don't know what a funnel is. Nick's actually going to draw that out on a whiteboard for you here in a second so you can see what it looks like and how you can apply it into your business, how you can get traffic, how people can add themselves to your list, all of that good stuff, and to get them down, basically down to the closing process. But really quick, Eric Worre, I know most of you guys on this call know, or this video know exactly what Eric Worre is and what he teaches. He says that it takes an average of 4 to 6, you know, exposures to get someone closed into the business. So what if you could automate that entire invite and exposure process? Because if you look at the 2 biggest problems network marketers have, like I said, it's not information, okay? It's finding people to talk to and closing those people in the business. So let's just break it down to leads and sales. Okay, see, most network marketers, they have the problem of, I'm gonna make a list of 100 people, I'm gonna hit every single one of them up, but every single day they hit it up, their list gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So they're literally killing off the only resource they have to become successful. We want to show you how you can start to add more and more and more and more leads while you're hitting those people up every single day. That every single day you look at that list, if you've got, you know, let's say you hit up even 5 people in that day, you've added 20 to your list every single day, and that's completely automated. Okay, I mean, it's absolutely amazing and astonishing how that can possibly work. But through this sales funnel process, okay, we're gonna show you how you can automate the lead generation and the closing process. So basically you get someone from, going through a funnel, they check it out, they like it, you've invited and exposed them, and by the time they hit you up or you get in contact with them, they're like, man, I really like what I see. I like where this is going. I think I'm ready to get started. I need to change my life. We're gonna show you exactly how to do that. Nick's gonna do it on the board, and we'll see you guys there.
All right, so what I want to do for you guys is break down this process on how this is going to work and how you're going to be able to recruit 1 to 2 people a day. But before I do that, I just want to show you what the majority of people do inside of their business and the reason why they struggle when they're starting out online. This is what 95% of people do. So if you guys can avoid this, you're going to see success a lot sooner. So like Paul talks about, the number one thing that people struggle to do is they struggle to find people to talk to. They struggle to generate leads. So I'm just going to draw that up right here for you guys. So leads is one of the most important things because 95% of people just don't know where to find people to talk to, especially with online marketing. Now, when you're going out there and you're trying to generate leads online through social media, some of the most popular sites, these are some sites that we use, you guys, as Facebook is one of them. So I'm just going to initial this, Facebook. You got Instagram is another one, and YouTube. So YT for YouTube. Those are some of the biggest sites out there. Now, most people, when they're taking the traffic and it's cold traffic from these sites, what they're doing is this, and I'm gonna draw an arrow right here. They're presenting them in front of their company's website. Now, your company's website, it might look a little bit different than other people's, but it's gonna have some tabs at the top right here, and those tabs will say a few different things. You might have a video over here, you might have some text right here, you might have a picture right here, another video right here, and you might have a big sign-up link right here that says, get started, okay? So get started. Now, what most people do is they take that link to their corporate website and they post it up on their Instagram profile, they put it beneath YouTube videos, they spam it out to their friends on Facebook or people that they don't even know. And what happens is when people start going to your website, number one, it's very generic and it brands the company, it does not brand you. So all of these videos on here, there's nothing of you on it. It's all about the product, and there's a big sign up link right there. So people are kind of gonna stray away from it. Number two, since these people do not know you, the majority of them are gonna do this. They're gonna exit off the page, you guys, within less than 60 seconds. And all of those leads, that traffic, you cannot follow up with them. And that is about 99% of people are gonna exit off this page. So if you guys are doing this inside of your business, you definitely know how frustrating it can be. And you might be wondering, sitting there scratching your head, why isn't this working? Now, I made this mistake and I actually created my own team website when I had a team of like 4 people and I thought I was gonna get a bunch of signups from it. The problem with it was it took me 6 months to create it. I had to learn coding and it wasn't duplicatable because I wasn't duplicating and I wasn't recruiting. So this is the number one mistake that people make. Now, I wanna show you guys how to correct this mistake so you can start recruiting people and having automated sales come through your business on a day-to-day basis. So when you start generating leads from these social media sites, instead of presenting them to your website, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to present them at the top of your sales funnel. Now, if you don't know what a sales funnel is, I'm just going to draw it out right here for you guys, okay? And break it down into a few sections, okay? Now, at the top of your funnel, you're going to want to present them in front of what's called the capture page, okay? And I'm just going to initial this for you guys. CP for capture page. This might be called like a splash page, a landing page, a squeeze page. The key point with this is you're going to be gathering their information. It's capturing their email address, it might be capturing their name, and it might be capturing their phone number. Now, the key point with this, you guys, is when you gather their information, you're getting their business card instead of them getting your business card. And what happens is when they go through your capture page, you get their information, they become a lead, and a lead is someone that you can begin to follow up with through phone messages and through email messages. Now, the cool thing about a capture page is it does not explain anything, you guys. It doesn't explain your company, it doesn't explain your product. It builds sales mystery, and it's called attraction marketing, you guys. So if you're trying to master attraction marketing, the capture page is gonna offer something in return for their information. What it's gonna offer you guys is value, okay? I'm just gonna put value right here. Value might come in terms of like a video, maybe like a training video, maybe a free ebook, a free course, a free boot camp, just something for free that you're giving in return for their information. So they're gonna be compelled to put in their information on the page, okay? Now, inside of that value, it could do a few different things. It could tell your story, it could tell the company's story. You might have a corporate video in there that shows some lifestyle, but what the value is gonna do is it's gonna lead them to either a sales video or, a sales page, okay? And on that, that's where it goes over everything. That's where it explains the products, the opportunity, the compensation plan, how they get started, and it gives a strong call to action to click the link below and go to the order page, okay? Now on the order page, when they make the decision to buy, they become a customer, and that makes you money, okay? Now the key point with this, you guys, is you notice at the top of the funnel, it's very wide, and at the bottom of the funnel, it's very narrow. Now when you think of funnel, you obviously might think of like a funnel that you pour oil into your car, where you pour a lot in the top, a little bit comes out the bottom. Now if you're the type of person that is trying to make a consistent amount of sales, and you're trying to make 1 to 2 sales on a daily basis, you're gonna need a large amount of people being dumped in at the top of your funnel. And Paul and I have kind of tested this out and seen how this works. And for people that are new in their business, if you're sort of new to this process, you're gonna need roughly 30 to 50 people going to your capture page on a daily basis in order to generate 1 to 2 sales. Now, as you get better at this, you're gonna roughly see about 20 to 30 people in order to get that many sales. So if you're new, that's what you need. But this might seem a little bit intimidating for some people, and it definitely was for me when I was first starting out, because I was doing it offline. I was going handing out business cards through drive-throughs, through shopping malls, going to kiosks in the mall, places like Walmart, like we were just telling you guys. And I would have to spend all day and night driving around town, wasting my money on gas in order to expose that many people. But the cool part about doing this for online marketing is the fact that you can leverage social media sites. Now, if I just take Facebook, for example, you guys obviously probably have a Facebook. If Facebook was a country, it'd be the very first largest country out there. And let's just say, for example, you have a friends list of 1,000 people, okay? Now, whenever you post something up on your news feed, let's just say, for example, you post up something like a clever picture with a cool little quote or saying, and you have a link to your capture page in that post, and out of the 1,000 people on your friends list, let's just say, for example, 10% of them see the post. So 100 people see it. Out of that 100, let's say 80% don't do anything, you guys. So 80 people, just like, cool post, that's great. They might like it or comment on it. But let's say 20% of them, 20 people actually click the link to your capture page. That's 20 exposures, you guys, within that post. And how long did that post take you to make? It might have took you like 2 minutes to find an image on Google, or to take a lifestyle shot of yourself, on a beach or something, traveling, having fun, and to think of something clever to post it up there. So less than 5 minutes to get 20 exposures in front of your capture page, you guys. That's very, very powerful. Now that's gonna allow you to get to the point where you can be generating sales on autopilot, because you're gonna have this process set up, the capture page all hooked up, the value inside the video, the sales videos all hooked up. And if you're not great at making videos, the best part about it is you can leverage videos from your company to be able to automate this process. So you're gonna be looking at your phone, traveling out and about, and you're gonna see, holy crap, I just made a sales today, and this was automated. This came from a Facebook post, this came from a YouTube video, this might have come from one of my Instagram pictures that I posted up there. And that's the power of attraction marketing, you guys. That's the power of automating your business online. Now at this point, you guys, if this sort of makes sense to you, and everything that we've said throughout this video is kind of hitting home, and you're the type of person that is just tired, you're tired of making list after list, chasing down friends and family members, going out there, cold prospecting strangers, handing out business cards to everyone, and you're ready to become the hunted inside of your business, so you can start generating 1 to 2 sales on a daily basis, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna click the link beneath this video, and on the other side, you're gonna see a video. Not gonna lie, you guys, the video is a little bit cheesy, but there's a reason why we chose it for that, because there's a lot of good points said in that video, and we're gonna stay in contact with you over the next couple days, sending you some good training that's gonna show you more in detail just how to generate a little bit more leads. So with that being said, you guys, click the link below, and we will see you on the other side.